I'm saying photo लो. Okay. पहले questions करेंगे, please. Please, Dada. Please.
Okay. Let's begin with our questions.
पहले question, जल्दी we finish. हाँ.
Yes.
Come on. Yes.
Members of the press, if we could please ask you to settle down during the question and answer segment, please.
Channels are coming up.
Right.
So how feasible is this channel according to you?
It's very feasible. We also were feasible. The channel is exceptionally feasible. It's an exceptionally feasible channel, not only because I think its programming is very specific. I think it's been targeted very strongly to large viewership in this country, and not only just skewed to urban India, but I think it can travel because of its content. I think there hasn't been a single English entertainment channel with this kind of selection of shows. Not only are we taking some of the software that comes in internationally, but there eventually in time will be new age created software which will be done locally and domestically by us as well. So I think that the entire pie is huge. It selects the best of international television and will create new age Indian urban television as well.
Can we see you as well in chat shows or soap, daily soap or something like that?
In a daily soap I may not come. Because I know that I'm known to do all kinds of things, but now to be part of a daily soap might be pushing it. But Raj Nayak is right in front of you, so I might be the new Balika and Balika Vaddu very soon. But maybe that won't air on Colors Infinity.
Karan sir,
what kind of content can we expect in the near future?
I think there will be the content that you saw in our AV will of course be one of our flag off group of shows that will come. But with every 2 months, there will be regrouping, remastering, and looking at new age television that is not only popular internationally, but other than that, and I think Prasad will tell you, there will also be creations that will happen locally by all of us as a team, and of course, Prasad ruling the whole.
Karan?
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Swagata from Box Office India.
Hi.
My question will be, what is your role as a curator, and will you be creating any new content?
Actually, when the entire team at Viacom and Colors Infinity came to Alia and me, I think the reason they chose us is that we bring in, like I bring in a certain kind of a seasoned viewership, Alia brings in the youth perspective, and both of us really are huge fans of international television. I think we've been watching it ever since I can remember when I go back to my own teenage years, where, you know, we had to go to video libraries and get shows like Dallas and Dynasty and shows like Heart to Heart and Love Boat and Angela Lansbury with Murder, She Wrote. And I remember being and waiting in line to get the right video cassette to watch it, you know, because we wanted to be with the times. And those were not social media days. Those weren't like active media days in terms of television. So when I was approached, this is something I feel deeply passionate about, and so does Alia. We were part of the entire selection process. We sat, we debated, there were conversations, there were yeses, there were no's, there were debates about should we put this show forward or not? Will this be too niche, too dark, too edgy, or maybe it balances all the three factors efficiently? Or maybe we should push the envelope, sometimes tear the envelope. So I think there were lots of these discussions. Alia actually watched a lot of the shows in the process. You know, she would take bulk of all the content provided by the entire team, and suddenly, like she says, orange is the new black, like she's hooked onto it, and I'm already chasing her because I'm on season 3.
Hi, this is Ritesh from News Helpline. मेरा सवाल आप दोनों लोगों से सबसे पहला शो आप लोगों ने दिखाया कुकरी का, तो आप दोनों लोगों में से सबसे अच्छा कुक कौन है?
Who told you?
Apparently you can make cake.
I can make one cake. That's it.
मैं सैंडविच बना सकती हूँ, खाओगे?
मैं careers बनाता हूँ, खाओगे?
Okay, Mr. Sudhanshu, over here. Mr. Sudhanshu and Farhad, thank you so much for coming up with the channel for the English people in India. Well, coming back to Mr. Karan and Alia, whenever you guys come together, it turns out to be a great chemistry. So what name should we give to your chemistry this time? And what miracles are going to happen in your chemistry this time?
What name should we give our chemistry?
Sounds a bit.
Infinity.
Infinity.
Yeah, that's
Well done,
very well
Farzad,
done.
yeah. Infinity. Now don't push it. His infinity is enough. No?
Karan, here on your left. Hi. Here.
Hi.
Ankur from 9XM.
Hi.
First of all, congratulations, Sudhanshu and the Colors team. I was very impressed with the trailer that was cut and very happy to see Bates Motel in one of the lines.
Yeah.
Maybe if Sudhanshu is a better person to answer this, with the amount of self-censorship that television needs to do today, how much are we losing on? Like, should I just download the show and watch it uncut, or will I be missing out on a lot? Because, for example, Fargo has a lot of violence, which I don't think could be aired in the current Indian censorship scenario. So how does that work?
So I think, let me answer the question in two parts. One is the broader question you are asking as to what should be on television and shouldn't be on television. I think progressively, basically, we are now looking at self-regulation and trying to see how what can be brought in and making it more informed choice for the audience. That's a slightly long-term journey, to answer your question, because that is true for all content on television in India. As far as the specific piece is concerned, Farzad is better placed, but let me tell you, our endeavor would be to try and get you the content, international content, in its entirety or in its most meaty form. We will follow the medium of television, so there will be some, to take your point, a few cuts if they are needed. Having said that, we are bringing these shows because we want to show these shows to the Indian audience on television. That's where.
Considering how most people, at least like, the young generation watches television on the internet, is it sensible to sort of like, give them trimmed version and not, like you said, entirely cut shows?
See, I keep saying this again, and before we make it into a dialogue, but let me just respond once more, for final time here. I think television is also enjoyed for being television. We keep arguing this question. The future of television is television. Because the kind of Karan is here, so it's exactly like films. So there is something about television which is what you enjoy on television. Of course, you could get the entirety of the story, and this is an issue in India, I fully agree, on content regulation. But fact of the matter is, these are shows as you saw, some of them are big shows, these are very well-mounted shows. You would love to enjoy them the way they are. You would retain the essence of the story and the story itself as much and as far as possible.
Karan and Alia, could you give us one show that is an absolute favorite between the both of you and one show that you didn't agree upon?
I think both of us will agree that I think she'll agree with me. Orange is the New Black
Orange
is
is
the
the
one
New
that we
Black.
both kind of unanimously loved. The show we didn't agree on, well, I don't want to say the show I didn't like, so because that won't be fair, because it might kind of prejudice your kind of opinion on the show. But there were two that we actually fought very seriously about. But we don't want to mention those names because it might be your cup of coffee. It wasn't ours. It certainly wasn't mine. She seemed to have liked one a lot for some strange reason. I think it had to do with the good-looking men in it. Anyway.
But that's the great part about having you both on board, because you're speaking for an audience that will have their own preference of TV shows, right?
Exactly.
So some will
I mean,
like
it's
some
literally,
won't like some. So that's
Yeah.
what it's all about.
Exactly, yeah.
Farzad? Farzad, hi. My question is for you. What was the thought behind the name Colors Infinity?
Which part of it?
I think the infinity part, no?
Okay, no, I'm kidding. Of course, colors. And as Sudhanshu mentioned in his opening remarks, is the flagship of success and is synonymous with success across the country. It's the country's, probably the country's most successful media brand ever. And there's a lot of things that it stands for, right? Some of them are disruption, success, trying things differently, being innovative. You've always seen it, and it is definitely the brand that stands out the most in the existing Hindi GEC space, without doubt, right? So when we were launching an English language channel, we said that these are the things that we're setting out to do as well. If we have the country's most successful general entertainment channel in-house, why not extend the Colors franchise? And that's how the Colors franchise came on to English television. As far as Infinity is concerned, I think you've seen it. 7 days, 7 shows. We have such a plethora of content. It's infinite horizons. It's infinite possibilities. And that's how Infinity came. There were 3 or 4 other options that we were close on, but that's how Colors Infinity came together.
Hi, here. Yeah, this is Ketan from Chitralekha. I mean, that's an impressive lineup, but still we are clueless about the Make in India, I mean, Indian content. Could you please tell us something about what kind of shows or programs you would like to make in India? I mean,
So English shows.
locally, local.
You ask me? Okay,
Yeah,
sorry.
anybody can answer this one.
Okay, no, so we have Karan standing here, and everything's possible. But we obviously will we'll do things differently. There is an entire section of audiences that is very comfortable with Indians talking in English, and that's definitely a space that we want to go behind. Are we ready to announce any local productions as yet? The answer is no. But will we have any very shortly? The answer is yes. So you'll see a lot of it. It's important to our DNA.
Fantastic. We have time for one
Karan
more
and Alia,
question. This is the
right
last
here in the
question.
center.
Just the last question.
Colors Infinity, obviously a very Shandar entry you guys made. Very Shandar.
Nice one. Shandar it is, definitely.
Exactly, very Shandar. So your
On
co-star-
22nd of October.
Right, your co-star Shahid Kapoor got married and he's having a reception over here. Would want to know.
Can we actually, sorry, sir, we just got to keep the questions related
one
to
last
Colors
question, that's
Infinity
okay,
now.
I'm sure you
Do we
can
have
answer.
anyone else?
Alia,
One last
Alia,
question.
Karan, we want
Yes,
a question.
lady
Uh-huh,
over there, please.
what?
Yes, if you could ask your question.
Your,
Yeah?
This is for Sudhanshu.
So, okay, question for Sudhanshu.
What?
Do you think English is actually no longer niche in India?
Yeah, I started by that. I think, by telling you that 210 million Indians nowadays interact with English in some form or the other, and it's likely to grow quite rapidly. We are already the second largest English-speaking consuming nation in the world, and we'll soon be number 1. And the rationale, as Farzad just told you, of bringing Colors on board as well, is because Colors is a brand which reaches out to so many, and as we expand the footprint of English, Colors is a natural choice, So all Farzad had to do was to seek the permission of Raj Nayak, and then you had Colors Infinity on board. Thank you.
Let's give Colors Infinity one big round of applause, please.
I can't hear.
One big round of applause. That's all we have time for tonight. We're going to give you one more photo opportunity. If I could ask the 4 of you to please step together so that we have another opportunity for the members of the press to take pictures.
Shandar. Shahid Kapoor is Shandar. शादी शाहिद कपूर शादी अभी
शाहिद कपूर की शानदार शादी
हाँ
हो रही है अभी आप फॉलो कीजिए
उनको बहुत बहुत हम दोनों की तरफ से बधाइयाँ
बधाइयाँ
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us as we embark on a journey to a new horizon. Thank you for making the launch of Colors Infinity so special. May I request the photographers and the rest of the audience to join us for food outside.